play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I've done something a bit unusual this weekend. I've come out here to meet up with a couple of people. So I'm not solo camping. I'm actually camping at Long Beach near Tokemall in north central Victoria. And I met up with Ed from Ed's Four Wheel Drive Camping YouTube channel. And just to hang out and say good day and, well, have a drink or two. And last night at about somewhere between 9:30, 10 o'clock, I guess, somewhere around then, there was a god almighty bang up in the track leading into the campsite. There were two big bangs, and we actually thought, well, a car has hit something with a trailer on the back, like a boat or something. It was really loud, and all the lights across the river, across the Murray, all the lights, the spotlights from this car was like bouncing all around the place. And before too long, people were rushing up there to see what was going on. It turned out there was a vehicle that had hit the corner at one would speculate, and this video is going to be a bit of speculation, that they hit it pretty bloody hard and rolled the vehicle over. But that's not all. It gets pretty stupid. So leading into this Long Beach campsite on the Murray, the track isn't great, but you know, we've all got off-road vehicles and you can navigate it reasonably well. You get there when you get there. You don't need to rush around. But it was dark and this car was going pretty quickly. When people come back with different stories, and that's what this is, just stories, because police and ambulance and everything had to come, that vehicle rolled. The guys here, someone here, I don't know who it was, they put it back on its feet, back on the rubber. They probably shouldn't have done that because someone got hurt. And someone got hurt because I don't get the thought process that some people go through. So on the back of this Nissan Patrol Ute, there's a toolbox. And some people say it was a dog box, but the person that was in it was a dead set freaking tool. They actually had a person inside this box, and that was the person that got hurt. Now, there was talk about the guys that were driving. There was 3 people involved, the owner of the vehicle, some young kid that he met a few hours prior, I think he was 16, and someone else, I'm not sure the age of this person, but they were in the toolbox on the back. So when this vehicle rolled, that person got hurt. I just don't get the thought process that led you to getting into a friggin' toolbox on the back of a vehicle to go off-road. To go anywhere. It was an accident that could have been well and truly avoided. A little bit of common sense should have been involved and no one would have been hurt. Some of the stories that were going around last night and this morning, apparently out on the roads leading into here, some of the people that came in here last night said this vehicle went past them and the person driving is not who we're being told was driving. So that's up to the police to decide. It's not up to me to speculate or whatever. These are just stories that I've heard that the owner of the vehicle just let some random kid that he just met drive his car. I wouldn't do that. The same person let someone hop in the back into a toolbox. I wouldn't do that either. Would you do that? There was talk last night that they said they're only doing 20 kilometres an hour. Have a go at this rim. That happened at 20 k's an hour. So this thing went over. There's a bit of claret spilt from the bloke that was in the toolbox. He's had to go to hospital. Ambulance come and got him. The police came up later on and they got some of this footage here that I've been showing you. So they could see a bit more of what was happening. The vehicle is still there this morning. I've had a look at it and I think I've worked out that they've hit that corner pretty hard and then they've come around the corner and hit that log that's on its side there. And then as a result, they've rolled the vehicle. And at the time, I said to all the people that I'm camping with here, this is why I solo camp, so you don't get any of this sort of stupid bullshit happening out and around. I kind of avoid this sort of thing if I can. But I guess the whole point of this video is this is something that's just so stupid that they've done here. And the logical step to this is that there was something involved, grog, drugs, whatever the case is, that led you to think, because I don't think it's all just young male testosterone that did this. Like something had to be inhibiting your thinking to say, yeah, hop in the toolbox and let's go for a spin out in the bush and I'm going to let this kid who I don't know drive my car. And I've actually seen the person who owns the car this morning on the way here to film this video and I asked him, is this your car? He's like, yeah, it's my car. And I said, who was driving? He said, oh, some young kid. I don't know why they let him drive. And I don't know why you would let them drive either. But if you're a young fella or a young girl You've got a whole life of experience around you with older people. This is not a generational thing. This is just a matter of fact. And as you get older, you realise things that you've done when you were younger were pretty stupid. Some of the things that you do were pretty stupid, and you could well have got you killed. That moment last night when that vehicle hit, or that decision that person made to let somebody else drive their vehicle, that moment in time can ruin your friggin' life. It can end other people's lives. So if you are a young fella and you're watching this, just think about that. Forget about the moment and think about what's happening in the future, because that could have ended last night with 3 fatalities, because they were moving. They were the noise from that, when they hit that log, that was a loud noise. They hit it pretty bloody hard. And that could easily have been 3 fatalities out in the bush here over this Christmas, New Year period. So just think. Just stop and think, because that moment, that fraction of moment, will have changed their lives forever. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the owner of that vehicle, his life has probably changed forever anyway, because the coppers were here, they were breathalyzing different people and so forth. I don't know what the outcome of that is. It's all speculation from my part. But it was clearly a decent accident. It could have been so much worse than what it was. That is not to say you should take that risk. What I'm saying here is that moment could absolutely ruin your life. And just have a good bloody think about what you're doing before you do these stupid things.